Hey there, how you doing? I don't know if you can hear this or not, but today we are bringing you Drink and Drive Traffic, courtesy of Mark Kelly and Heaven's Door, Tennessee Bourbon. Drink and Drive Traffic, if you're not familiar with the show, is where we mix a lovely adult beverage with some marketing talk. I've got a ton of stuff to talk about today, and we're starting out with... We're going to start out talking about Heaven's Door Tennessee Bourbon. Heaven's Door Tennessee Bourbon is this cool little bourbon that I just discovered yesterday at my favorite local liquor store. The doors on the that are depicted on the front of the bottle here, the gate, is an iron gate made by Bob Dylan's Black Buffalo Ironworks studio, where they do a bunch of artwork, and they built this with scrap pieces and scrap metal. And it is gracing the front of the Heaven's Door's Tennessee Bourbon. And of course, Bob Dylan wrote famous song, Knock, Knock, Knockin' on Heaven's Door. So what I'm going to do is taste a little bit of this. I have not had this before. And I'm actually breaking tradition somewhat. I'm going to drink it out of a snifter because I really wanted to get the flavor of this bourbon, the scent of this bourbon, before we start talking marketing. I usually will drink it on a little ice, and I will in time, but I like to get that first flavor. Oh, wow, that's smooth. It's got some nice flavors in it, too. I probably should have given myself some water. Well, once again, I'm Mark Kelly. This is Drink and Drive Traffic, and I have got so much stuff to talk about this week that I'm afraid that I'm not going to get it all in, but let's give it a shot. So, marketing subjects for this week are, the first one is to niche down or to not niche down. And I can barely say the word niche. I tend to say niche. But to niche or not to niche is the question. And this is an eternal question that marketing folks ask all the time. I think there are true advantages to both of them. I'm not sure if I had to start over which way I might go. Now, I think to a degree, everybody has a niche that they fit into. In my white label agency, for example, Inbound Revenue, our niche is marketing agencies, but we offer a wide variety of services to them. And that's a pretty wide niche. Now, I thought about this today, and I want to give full credit to where credit is due. I thought about this today because I had gotten this video from Josh Nelson, who was interviewing Alan Hillsberg. Alan has a really cool and unique niche in that he is serving the funeral home and related industries. And, it's worked out super well for him. I don't know Josh, I don't know Alan, but I appreciate the material they put out there. So I just want to, give them credit for that and recommend that you take a listen to it. Connect with Josh, and he's with Seven Figure Agency. So check that stuff out. But the advantages to me of finding a niche and working it are several. I think that you can be extremely focused, obviously, on that niche. Another thing is if that industry that you're working in has an annual conventions or it has groups and things like that, it's super easy to target them with advertising and show up at shows and things of that nature. It allows you, I think, to be very lean, because if you're serving funeral homes, for example, you might not have to do 20 different types of marketing like a lot of us have to. It may be that having a good website, good SEO, maybe some search ads is all that you need. So it allows you to be lean. And I think it makes it very easy to stand out with your marketing. If you're the funeral home marketing company, that's easy to remember. The rest of us are really, the average marketing company is fighting for some attention because there's nothing particularly unique. Now, on the other side of it, I would say that if you're not going to have a particular niche that you go after, then you probably want to go after your local market, because you can very effectively, using digital marketing channels, brand yourself locally. You can show up at local events. You can become a member of the Kiwanis. So I think if you're not going to niche down, you want to offer general marketing services, it's great to do it locally. And really, if I was going to do that, I would just focus on sales, and I would outsource a lot, sales and account management, and outsource the work, and just focus on, because, you're going to be the face of the company or the brand that you create locally, not so much who's actually generating the work. I'll put in a shameless plug for my opportunity at the end of this instant agency. But for right now, those are my thoughts on the ever-present, never-ending, should we niche or should we not niche? I wanted to talk a little bit in every segment about tools of the trade that one should use in a marketing agency, and there are so many tools. I have subscription after subscription, but there's one thing that's really stood out to me lately, and I think it's super important, especially if you are in the lead generation area. That's really good. I'm going to enjoy this bottle. That's got a nice vanilla flavor in it. If you're in lead generation, this marketing automation software that's now available is amazing. Basically, in a typical scenario, we hand off the lead to the client and then they do whatever with it. With the marketing automation, it gives you the ability to feed that into something depending on the software. Each software has different capabilities and different functionality that they bring, but feed it into a CRM, feed it into a drip campaign that could consist of emails. It could consist even of text messages, can consist of, calendar links, everything that helps your client take that lead and then convert it into a call, an appointment, and then a sale. And then assuming that you have some buy-in from the client, then you can get revenue numbers and things that really make it much more compelling story as an agency when you can tie back the work that you're doing directly to leads, directly to sales. There's two that I've looked at, and these are hardly the only two out there. I have looked at SharpSpring, and I want to give SharpSpring a shout out because they gave me this awesome water bottle. Really cool, and they were nice people. We met with them down in Baltimore here, and they seem to have a great product. The other company that I'm actually working with now, and we're integrating their solution, is Go High Level. Go High Level works only with marketing agencies. I'm not entirely sure whether SharpSpring will work with direct clients or not, but Go High Level works only with marketing agencies. If you want to consider this, you want an introduction to Sean, just let me know. We are currently integrating this into the Go High Level is sort of marketing automation on steroids. So it not only does the marketing automation, it has some cool built-in tools like a built-in funnel builder. It's got built-in dashboards and analytics, and it's got more things coming that will make it a full agency support tool. So I think those are things that if you are working at all in the bottom of the funnel in lead generation for small local sized businesses, then these are types of tools that you need to add to further engage your clients and to retain them. Because that is the name of the game in marketing, is client retention. The third subject that I want to touch on just briefly here, and it's a huge subject, and we'll probably talk about this in future podcasts, is how you as an agency are generating leads and sales. And there are a plethora of methods out there. I'm just going to be completely upfront about what we're doing currently ourselves at my agencies, which are marketingguide.biz, which is sort of my personal branded site, and inboundrevenue.com, which is our not full service, but pretty full service marketing agency. I never know exactly what these terms mean. Oh, we're not a full service agency. I don't know what that means. We don't make commercials. We don't fly around in helicopters and take videos. So I guess we're not full service, but we are provide the services that I think the small to medium-sized service business, e-commerce business needs most. And how are we finding clients? We have really started to focus in the last several months on the sales and marketing side of things. It is very easy as a marketing agency to get lost in client work and not focus on what you're doing or what you need to do to grow your agency. So we've sort of drawn a line in the sand and said we're going to move forward, and we're going to put the time and effort into our marketing, our messaging, and our sales. And we're doing a lot of things. We're doing paid search, running Facebook ads. We are working on our SEO constantly, which obviously includes content and social media. We're also spending a lot of time in social media groups. That is Facebook and LinkedIn. And I will be honest, I have not worked out the magic on LinkedIn to somehow avoid being a spammer on there. But I am viewing some content by Mandy McEwen at Mod Girl, and I highly recommend you connect with her and watch some of her stuff. She has a lot of free stuff that she does out there and webinars, a lot of content. I think she's really, really good at the LinkedIn thing, so you might want to check that out. We obviously pay for referrals, so we have a lot of recurring revenue clients. So if you send us a referral, then we'll send you some money every month when they pay their bill. That's pretty old-fashioned. That works, and we're doing some old-fashioned networking. I had to laugh because said to myself, I'm never going out to another networking event, and then I went to one, sat down next to a cool guy named Jonathan, and we're meeting again next week and going to do some business together. So you got to do it all. What are we going to do next? We're looking at speaking opportunities, webinars, and podcasting. I am a huge fan of podcasting. We're going to do some podcasting specifically on tools of the trade. So we're going to do podcasting with people who provide software to the marketing industry. Definitely want to get Sean from Go High Level. Definitely want to get SharpSpring. Definitely want to get Jesse from DAPT and all kinds of others. Folks up here. We can get Phone Wagon on. So there's a lot of people that I want to have on that podcasting. We're also going to do podcasting, a separate podcast just with the marketing agency owners, so we can share some of the pain and joys and successes and tips and tricks for that. I think the most important thing on your sales efforts is that you literally have to track the source. The most important thing is to track the source for every lead. Where'd that lead come from to the best of your ability? Sometimes it's not, you can't be entirely sure. But, especially if you're asking someone and it's not something that was trackable or tracked in analytics or something like that. But track everything, because hopefully after you have 12 months of data, then you can look back at your sources, your revenues by source. You can see which is most effective and really focus in on those sales and marketing sources. I'd be really curious to see what's been effective for you in growing your agencies. And if you want to reach out to me, easy way to do that is on Facebook, Mark Kelly, or you can just go to the marketingguy.biz website, contact form. My email is on there. Reach out to me. Be really curious to see how you're having success. Now, the last thing I want to close out with is a shameless plug. If you are a marketing contractor, a marketing consultant, if you're working for another marketing agency, you're a frustrated marketing agency owner, and you want to sort of just focus on the sales and get rid of the day-to-day, aggravation of running a team, selecting software, managing projects and everything, I will highly recommend it. Reach out to us at Instant Agency. You can find that at instantagency.biz. And for right now, at $349 a month, you can get one heck of a deal, which is you're going to get a full marketing agency website backed by my team, backed by your own client service manager, client success manager, with a full set of services that you're ready to offer right now. You can go out there and share those services with your clients, whether it's AdWords, SEO, Facebook ads, landing page design, website design. All you have to do is sell it. We take it over from there. Of course, there's a revenue share and all that. But I really recommend that if you're frustrated where you're at right now in being able to grow your agency, that you put behind a lot of these steps that are going to slow you down, and jump right into take a look at the Instant Agency opportunity. That is the end of my shameless pitch. I'm Mark Kelly with Drink and Drive Traffic. I'm going to have some Heaven's